Alright, it was the first video with the Audi A6. Picked this car up from insurance auction. Obviously it was in a front end accident. Looks a little worse than it is. I think it's just, you know, all the shit in the front. Obviously headlights busted out. Fender is buckled, can't really see it on camera, but basically today we're going to pull the entire front of this car apart. From pretty much here out is going to be off the car, so we can see what it needs, what it doesn't need, what I can save, what I can fix. So that is going to be the goal of today, is to get everything taken apart and put a list together of all the parts I need. The thing that does concern me the most is this. This is a wiring harness with a lot of ripped up wires in it. Where they go, I don't know. The front bumper was not on this car when I got it. It was in the trunk, and all it was the grille and a small section of this piece over here. There were no parking sensors in it. There was no anything really. It was destroyed. I threw it out. It was useless. So I'm gonna get the time lapse set up and we're gonna start tearing this thing apart. Alright, so fender's off. And I found the mystery. These are all the wires that must have been ripped out. So that means this harness, which I originally thought was for the bumper, goes through the fender, I guess, and routes through there. But at least I know where they go to. So as far as that, I'm gonna assume this goes to the headlight. That would be my guess. And then you got a couple more plugs I'm sure I can find where they go. But at least that sums up one issue. But now we're gonna pull the headlights. Hopefully I don't have to get a new harness. Hopefully I can run new wires and just solder them, because I don't know where the end of this one goes. I don't really want to dig that far into it. So should be able to repair it if I run all new wires and depin the connectors, but we'll see. Gotta figure out what they're for. So now we're gonna start pulling the front off. So this headlight, pulled it out. Definitely no saving this one. Whole assembly's cracked. I knew you could buy lenses for these and just switch the lens, but this thing it's just fucked. No fixing it. So, but at least we got this a little more open. This doesn't look bent. The frame down here doesn't look bent. Obviously this is bent, but it's aluminum, it's meant to bend. So, doesn't look too bad so far. This doesn't look bent compared to this side. So next we're gonna pull that headlight off, the bumper bar, and then we'll get into the radiators, and because the radiator is leaking on this car. It's got, I probably can't see it, but right here, you know, little red. It's coolant, so I'm gonna try to do this without taking the AC lines off, which I don't know if it's gonna be possible or not, but I really prefer not have to drain the AC. So onto this headlight, then this. gonna take this heat exchanger off. I'm kind of thinking these posts here would be easier to take off with the whole radiator support. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's just the way I'm gonna do it. Never taken one of these cars apart before. Kind of just learning as I go. And it looks like they need to come off anyways. I'm getting a new radiator support anyways. I'm getting new pieces of this. I don't really care, it doesn't matter. So I think it'd just be easier to pull the heat exchanger out, pull the radiator off, then get the two post and radiator support off in the same shot. So that's what we're on to now. Alright, so we got the radiator turned around now, so the fans are facing me because the fans are not damaged. I'm going to pull them off, put them in the trunk or something, keep them good. And we pretty much got it all apart. We just got the radiator support now. My only concern with this is that you can't really see it on camera. It looks like the bolt, you know, this used to be more over this way, but it's kinked here, which means it's still pushing this way, which worries me if this is pushed in. I can't tell just by looking at it if it is. It doesn't look like it's pushed in. Maybe it's like twisted this way or something, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the new rad support will just fit right in, but these plates here that bolt to the frame are definitely bent, so we're gonna have to pull them off and see what we're looking at. But we'll check all that out once the radiator's out of the way, the fans are away, and we get the rad support off. Started to hammer this one back down. The bottom is still bent in a little bit, and so is the side. This side we just started on.
I just started on, actually.
That's why I said we.
We's not on.
Whatever. So this one, as you can see, is still bent out quite a bit. I'm almost 100% sure it's supposed to be flat, but this one looks a little easier. This one's gonna go in a little bit. Might have to pull the center up here and down here, or up here and then down here. But we're gonna hammer it first. couple of these straightened as much as I can for right now. Once I have the new bar, we'll get that lined up, and if it has to get moved a little more, it will. This one on the bottom curls a little bit. There's not much I can do about it. And these little nut things that go on the back of them, 2 of them broke off, but this side has a little crack anyway, so I think I'm gonna get the welder and just weld whatever I have to. And while I'm at it, I'll just weld these little things back on. But that's as much as I'm gonna get done today.